Hey guys, how you doing? I'm back at it again. So I'm going to discuss differences between GST-free supplies, input tax supplies, and GST-exempt supplies. Stay tuned. I'm going to explain it with examples. So before going into the differences, first I thought it is important that I explain the commonalities between the three of them. The commonality between them is that you cannot charge GST to your customers or purchaser who wants to buy items from any of those three categories. So that's commonality. No GST is going to be charged. So the second important point about these supplies is the claiming of input tax credits. So as far as input tax credits go, you cannot claim input tax credit in regard to input tax supplies and GST exempt supplies. As for GST-free supplies, you can claim input tax credits. Input tax credits, as I explained in the previous video, is the taxes that you pay on the products that you purchase. So when you purchase a product for business purposes, you sell it forward. But when you purchase it, you also pay taxes, sales taxes on on those products or services. So you can claim and take benefit of those products only in the case of GST-free supplies. So the third and important point is about reporting on business activity statement. As for GST-free supplies, they need to be reported on business activity statement along with input tax credits. And for input tax supplies, they are also required to be reported on business activity statement, excluding the input tax credit because you cannot claim input tax credits. So the third one is exempt supplies. Exempt supplies are not to be reported on business activity statement because primarily exempt supplies include personal items. For example, if you want to sell a personal cell phone, used cell phone, or used furniture, second-hand items, household items which are used, they are not considered business transactions. Thus, you are not a business and you do not need to submit a business activity statement, and thus no reporting on business activity statement. So they are exempt, as is evident from the name. As for the examples I explained earlier about the exempt supplies, those are non-business personal transactions. As for the input tax supplies, those are financial supplies, for example, charging of interest, insurance, bank charges, things like that, like sale of residential property or residential rent. It is also input tax supplies. GST-free supplies include basic food, healthcare, and education. Basic healthcare does not include hair transplant and Brazilian butt lifts. So that's it, I guess. That's all. I'm also going to include a screenshot of a page now, which will explain a lot. Like and subscribe my channel.